drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase-out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me...
Terminal only.
Pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even... So, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
Excuse me, Doctor.
All
They
set.
weren't kidding.
Unit, you can
really
return
are
to duty.
here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much, I think most people would have just given up. If you don't mind my asking, what was it that kept you going all that time?
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. Now, I'll give you a quick rundown of the Facilities Division, and then I'll answer any questions you might have afterward. As you might guess, we keep the Institute's mechanical and electrical systems running smoothly. We maintain and upgrade all of the systems that make it possible to live and work in a place like this. There's a lot of machinery behind these walls that recycles the air and water and provides power to the laboratories and quarters. The work we do might not be as exciting as some of the other departments, but it's at least as important. So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. It'll be a load off Sean's mind. Take your time. Get yourself acquainted. There's a lot to take in. Plenty of things you won't find topside. If there's anything else you'd like to know about the Facilities Division, I'm happy to discuss it.
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Absolutely. We scratch and scrape for every precious ounce of voltage that we can. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks that help supplement our power budget. When necessary, we can tap into select sources on the surface. We take only what we need, of course. Fortunately, Advanced Systems is always working on new solutions to generate more energy. It's a good thing, too, because the demand is always increasing. You don't even want to know what a single use of the molecular dematerializer consumes. Thanks again.
Of course. We're all looking forward to working with you.
Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Dr. Watson can be a little obsessive when it comes to rules and policies.
When are you going to tell me about this mysterious Phase 3?
You know I can't talk about that.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this
Dr.
point,
Lee.
she's just doing
Oh,
it
it's
for fun.
you. You're not authorized to be here. Where are you going? I thought you wanted to talk. Oh, it's you. You're not authorized to be here.
Well,
Actually, I was looking for you.
Me? Why?
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to find you.
You don't beat around the bush, I'll give you that. I knew it was just a matter of time before your people would track me down. I've been looking over my shoulder for almost a decade, waiting for them to send someone like you to kill me.
I'm only here with good intentions. You have my word.
You're giving me your word, even though we just met? Fine. Since Father trusts you, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I might not agree with everything he says, but I know he'd never allow harm to come my way. Say what you came here to say, and then leave me alone.
Are you happy here?
Are you kidding me? I am surrounded by cutting-edge laboratory equipment and some of the greatest minds the world's ever known. What does that have to do with why we're talking?
The Brotherhood needs your help, Doctor.
Needs my help? Why? They seemed to have everything under control when I left.
The Brotherhood is having problems, and we need your help.
I don't see how that's my problem. Tell me something. Why would I possibly want to come crawling back to the Brotherhood? What reason would I have to throw away everything I've accomplished here?
Father trusts me, and so should you.
You're wasting your breath. I'm a scientist, not a soldier. The Brotherhood desired my creations in order to destroy, to take control. I'm not interested in returning to that way of life.
There are stories about... Well, it's
I give up. What would it take to convince you?
All right, I'll play your game. I had a colleague down here, a Dr. Virgil. Several months ago, there was an accident in his lab, and he was killed. I wanted to help with the investigation, but Father had the laboratory sealed, saying that it was contaminated. The incident never sat right with me. The more I asked about it, the more I felt like Father was deflecting my questions. If you bring me solid information on what killed him, I'll take it as a favor from the Brotherhood and consider your offer. Do we have a deal?
Deal.
All right. Dr. Virgil's lab was in the Biosciences Division. I can give you a code that will get you into the section, but the lab itself has been sealed, so you'll have to breach it on your own. I'd tell you to be quiet about it, but your Brotherhood and discretion isn't exactly your strong suit. And finally, if you get caught, we never had this conversation. Now, for the sake of keeping up appearances, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Speaking of, I trust our discussion will remain between the two of us. Now, I need to get back to work, and I'm sure you have other things to do.
No visible reaction to the K-14 comp. You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office.
Greetings, sir.
You smell like you've been above ground.
Robotics to knock some heads
You're
together.
here.
What now?
Glad you made
They're
it.
dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. You know, send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
The Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously.
Coursers on the hunt are relentless. If you see one, you should stay out of its way.
Doctor.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity. I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
Oh, it's nothing personal. I don't trust anyone. Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certainly. We can't allow sophisticated Institute technology to fall into the wrong hands. The results could be disastrous. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'm good for now, thanks.
Very well.
Report anything suspicious to the SRB.
The Directorate should take the synth escapes more seriously.
Everyone's excited about the new synth project.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
And remember to record every symptom you experience.
Have you had time to examine my latest reports on batch 274?
Not yet.
Liam's been trying to
I've
teach
been
me
reviewing
robotics.
Father's plans to expand...
Hey,
I
Doc.
wonder how the Warwick
Welcome.
family is doing.
So good to have you here.
Young Wally
Dr.
must
Clayton
be close
Holden,
to 10 years old by now.
head of the bioscience
It's
division.
remarkable that
I
any
can't
child
wait
can
for you to see the
survive for
work
so
we're doing.
long up there, don't you
It's
think?
truly amazing.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of studies such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't do.
With hard work and ingenuity, any challenge can be overcome. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is. But I have to ask, have you decided whether you'll join us?
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
You mentioned medical care. I might need that from time to time.
In that case, you'll want to introduce yourself to Dr. Dean Volkert. He's our top biologist and also serves as the Institute's resident physician. Dr. Volkert works in the infirmary. Just pay him a visit whenever you need to. You won't find better medical care anywhere else in the Commonwealth. I'll promise you that.
Dr. Watson doesn't think I'm Institute material. I'm gonna prove him wrong.
Security's too tight.
Connie Allen there with Rocket 69.
Sweet.
Coming to you from the Jewel Green. I mean the Great Green Jewel of the Commonwealth. It's Diamond City Radio. Ray Smith is right behind you, baby. I mean, it's his song, not actually behind you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle anyone. You should turn around, because there might be someone behind you, but it's not Ray Smith, because he's singing.
Resetting threat level.
That's it.
Scanners detecting scent. Weapons hot. I am ordering you to stand down.
Sweet.
Personal record. Dr. Brian Virgil. This will likely be my last recording. My requests to shut down the FEV program have repeatedly been denied. We've learned nothing useful in the last 10 years. Why does Father insist on continuing it? If he won't see reason, then I have to take matters into my own hands. What we're doing, it's not right. It needs to stop. If anyone should find this after I'm gone, know that I never wanted to hurt anyone. Anyone. Do you understand me? I'm gonna make sure the whole program is shut down. If not for good, then at least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do will be seen as a betrayal. Treason, he'll probably call it. So, I'm leaving. I have a plan, and if it works, I'll be somewhere safe. Somewhere not even the coursers can find me. Everything that we've done, the lives we've taken. If there is a God, may he have mercy on us all.
This is Dr. Elliot with the official report for the Directorate from Bioscience. The date is, August 2178. I'm pleased to report that, as has been the case during my tenure, crop yields exceed expectations. In point of fact, everything down here is fine, with one notable exception. Dr. Frederick has informed me that the Directorate has pre-approved research on samples of the FEV virus, which he already has in his possession. Now, I'm not one to question the Directorate, you all know that. I don't even want to know where this came from, but, well, this is troubling. Dangerous, possibly. I will do my best to make sure risks are minimized, but I really do hope that the consequences are understood.
Pardon
Coming
me.
to you from, the jewel green, the green, the great green jewel of the Commonwealth. It's Diamond City Radio. What about some Nat King Cole? He's good, right? Can't go wrong. Nat King Cole.
You wouldn't happen to have a spare polarizer on
Hey
you,
there.
would you?
Good day.
Synth unit, you were scheduled for me.
Nothing to report.
If you need medical
It's
attention,
an honor to
see
have you
Dr.
here,
That was my
sir.
favorite one.
Dr. Ayo saw processing internal.
Excuse me, Dr. Lee?
Took you long enough to find that evidence. Let me see what you've got.
I'm afraid it's bad news.
Since when do you know what I consider bad news? Just let me hear it.
make sure the whole program is shut down. Not for good. At least for years to come. After that, I know what I'm about to do.
This is day
Treason, he'll probably
8
call it.
of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive, but exhausting.
I have a plan. And if it works, I'll be somewhere safe.
I know we're not back.
Somewhere not even the
done some
coursers
really
can find me.
marvelous work with the personality mesh.
Lied to me. They lied to me, and I didn't even realize how far it went. All those years of loyalty. For nothing.
No matter how badly it hurts, you needed to hear the truth.
And for that, I thank you. I came to the Institute to get away from the Brotherhood. From the whole world. I just wanted to do my research in peace. Father took me in and gave me access to cutting-edge technology that I only dreamed existed. I became jaded. I thought that the Institute cared, that they wanted to better mankind.
If I were slightly more arrogant, I
Maybe
might
in their own twisted way they still do. But now I realize if you can't trust the people you're working for, then it's all pointless. If they lied about Dr. Virgil, who knows what else they've been lying about? Or what their plans are for my work. I'll make my way back to the Brotherhood. But I'm going to have to do it on my own. I can't take any chances being seen with you. Tell whoever sent you that they've just regained the services of Dr. Madison Lee.
You're listening to, Diamond City Radio. If you're listening at all, I mean. I kind of feel like the last thing I'd want to do is, go looking for radioactive material. But not Warren Smith.
Rushed work is sloppy.
Here's uranium rock.
And
Father's a great man. You must be very proud.
Excuse me, I've got reports to deliver.
Requisition clearance granted. How may I help you?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
I know you'll achieve great things here.
Remember
We
to
all
keep
do.
unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge. Primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't
I can't express how truly humbling it is to stand in your presence.
last thing you need is more synths bumping into walls. All right.
now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
If they're so dangerous, you should destroy them and start over with a better design.
There is no need for such drastic action. We are constantly working to correct any flaws that might arise. As you will soon see, we're also more than capable of reclaiming any synths that become a danger to the surface. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best for everyone. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Charging into a situation.
Reactor at 100% efficiency.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Prydwen. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, I believe you still possess an important piece of data that Proctor Ingram is eagerly awaiting. I want you to bring it to her immediately. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
Elder Maxon?
Bring that Institute holotape to Proctor Ingram immediately, Knight.
Superstructure integrity green. Hull plate stable.
If it looks dead, put one more in its head for good measure.
If Dumb and Ugly had a child, it'd be a super...
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
I wasn't worried. After all, I built the device myself.
I have confidence in everything I built, too. But that's because I'll only deal with technology that I understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
Hopefully, it'll reveal a weakness in their defenses.
That would be the best-case scenario. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, I've got a new assignment for you. So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll help us crush the Institute.
It will, but we've got a lot of work ahead of us first. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry. On the tarmac.
This is an emergency broadcast. Our caravan's under attack by hostile robots and needs some serious help. We're just east of Watts Consumer Electronics. If anyone in the vicinity can come help, now's the time. Ada, loop this message.
Yes, sir.
This is an emergency broadcast. Our caravan's under attack by hostile...
Roy Brown, again. Plenty of his records survived, somehow. Hey, have you seen the, well, there's this article in, the newspaper, Public Occurrences. Boy, I mean, it's something. I mean, I'm not saying anyone is a cinch, you know. I'm not saying it's correct at all. And, you know, of course, the mayor, I was asked to read, I have a statement from the mayor's office. You know, it's, well, I mean, it just says here there's nothing to worry about, that it's, you know, safe and all, everybody. Kind of. It's crazy stuff, right? I mean, weird. Anyway, it's, well, it's something to think about, I guess. So, how about Billy Ward and the Dominoes? This one, I mean, it's, well, I'll just play it.
What do you want?
The Brotherhood needs your help to protect the Commonwealth. Donate a portion of your crops to the Brotherhood, and it will not be forgotten.
I'm sorry. I know where this is going, but we just can't spare the food. What are you doing here?
The Brotherhood of Steel demands your tribute, citizen. You will hand over a portion of your crops to the Brotherhood.
Just don't hurt us.
Don't think I can pick this. Hell yeah.
Connie Allen there with Rocket 69. This is Diamond City Radio, and I'm, you know, it's me, Travis. Anyway. Up next, well, I thought I'd play the ink spots with, maybe. I mean, that's what it's called. Mm-hmm.
tell us apart.
You were screaming again.
Oh, sorry.
Did you want to talk about it?
No, I'm fine. I don't want to think about it anymore.
It's okay. I still think about it too.
I said I'm fine. Leave me alone, Jim.
You know what? Since we talked, I'm feeling swell. Look at the two of us here in Sanctuary. Prepared for the future. They didn't tell me much, Vault Tech. Just to make sure every... Everyone killed out there. I was supposed to win a pack of steak knives.
gonna run some diagnostics while you think. Time.
So let's begin. There ain't no wrong answers. You are approached by a frenzy. What's your response?
I wouldn't worry. If he did that, it'd cause parabolic destabilization of the fission singularity.
Yeah. Next question. While working as an intern in the clinic, a patient with a strange infection on his foot stumbles through the door. The infection is spreading at an alarming rate, but the doctor has stepped out for a while. What do?
Amputate the foot before the infection spreads?
Amputation. Next question. You discover a young boy lost in a cave. He's hungry and frightened, but also appears to be in possession of stolen property. What do?
I lead the boy to safety, then turn him over to someone in charge.
Very curious. Congratulations! Hey, you made it onto a baseball team. Which position do you prefer?
Designated hitter.
Are you certain about that? Never mind. Next question. Your grandmother invites you to tea, but you're surprised when she gives you a pistol and orders you to kill someone. What do?
I'd ask for a minigun, so I can do the job right.
Please treat the question seriously. Or are you? Next. Old Mr. Abernathy has locked himself in his quarters again, and you've been ordered to get him out. How do you proceed?
I'd grab a bobby pin and pick the lock.
And that is all you do? Nothing else? Wait, don't answer. Next. Oh no. You've been exposed to radiation and a mutated hand has grown out of your stomach. What's the best course of treatment?
I'd cut off the mutated tissue with a precision laser.
Technological bias. A neighbor is in possession of a Grognak the Barbarian comic book, issue number 1. You want it. What's the best way to obtain it?
I'd trade him for one of the comic books I own.
You're almost done. Last question. You decide it would be fun to play a prank on your father. You enter his private restroom when no one is looking, and...
I'd put a firecracker in his toilet. That never gets old.
Test's over. No one's ever answered quite like you. But hey, you passed. I'll open up the gate.
This is Diamond City Radio, and I'm, it's me, Travis. Anyway, next we've got Betty Hutton. She's pretty good, right? Everybody?
Welcome to Covenant.
Well, hello.
Hey there.
Well, hello, stranger. The name's Jacob, and I run this town. Glad you passed the test. Our door's always open to good quality people. You can use one of the beds in the guest house, and you should visit Penny's store.
I appreciate the hospitality.
For people like you, anytime. You might want to stay clear of Mr. Dan. I've had some complaints about him.
I'll talk to whoever I want, pal.
It's not like that. Just trying to help you out. You have a good stay now.
The caravan came a few days back. Worked for old man Stockton. You saw them, right?
I already told you. I don't recollect. We get a lot of traffic.
This isn't Diamond City. A caravan
Sorry,
of 5 comes
I'm so
through,
busy.
you'd remember.
Then they must not have come through. Say, wouldn't you rather have a lemonade?
My job here isn't drinking lemonade. I know for a fact they came here. Why the brush off?
I want to help, mister, but I really don't recollect.
Mark my words. I'll get to the bottom of this. You from around here? God, I hope not. I've had enough of these hicks.
No, I'm just passing through.
My advice is pass through sooner than later. You know anything about Stockton's caravan?
A caravan? What are you talking about?
I signed on with old man Stockton to find his lost caravan. What's left of it is just outside of town. The last stop was here, so I've been trying to put together the story. But I keep getting the runaround. Got a proposal for you. Help me find Stockton's people, and we split the reward. At least one survivor walked out of that massacre. And I intend to make good on my contract.
Sounds fair. I'm in.
Here's all I got on the caravan. I don't got proof, but Covenant's involved. Somehow. I'll keep poking around, but let me know if you find anything.
Enjoy your stay.
Have a pleasant stay in Covenant, stranger.
Enjoy your stay.
Get your lemonade here!
Busted again? Another newcomer. Welcome. We don't tolerate violence or vulgarity. Steer clear of those, and we'll get along just fine.
Oh, get out!
That's a serious lock. Need to find a key.
Hi.
Let's hope someone's been careless. Talia.
Oh, I heard about you. You're the stranger. I make things. Things for the store. Oh, I'm Talia. It's so nice to meet you.
You sound pretty handy.
I don't want to be a burden. You're gonna like it here. Everyone in Covenant is so friendly and really wants to help.
Too bad the rest of the Commonwealth isn't that way.
I know. Wouldn't it be great if everyone looked out for each other? Feel free to use my tools. And if you need anything, just let me know.
Talia.
Oh, you're back. Isn't Covenant just the best?
Do you have time for some questions?
If it'll help, sure.
Do you know anything about Stockton's caravan?
No, sorry, they never came here.
Does Covenant have some sort of problem with synths?
Since? I mean, no. The test makes sure that none of those get in here. They promised.
Who is they?
I really shouldn't be talking. I've got work, I have to go.
Talia.
Do you need to use my tools? Do you need to use my tools?
Hey, Deezer.
93% of all visitors prefer Teaser's lemonade.
I'm looking into a lost caravan. Can you help?
You know what would be great for a lost caravan? Teaser's lemonade! Voted best beverage in Covenant 3 years straight!
What's the catch?
No tricks, no gimmicks, just the best lemonade in Covenant, free to our special guests.
I'll take some.
Enjoy! Get your lemonade here!
People that break our rules are asked to leave. Rarely happens, so.
Pardon me.
We get along just swell with passers-by. Like I always say, give
Excuse me.
someone a free
The terminal
meal,
and the guest
safe
box
place
is
to
there
bunk
for
up,
visitors.
and some civility. And they'll be... all P's and Q's in no time.
You need any doctoring? Just let me know.
Yeah. Take a look at me, Doc.
What's feeling off today? What can you tell me?
Too much radiation. I feel sick.
Blood pooling in the gums, signs of anemia. Yeah, we better clean you up. Done. Now, is there anything else bothering you?
Hurting all over, Doc.
I've seen worse. Better stitch you up before infection sets in, though. Done. Now, is there anything else bothering you?
Haven't been hitting the chems too hard.
Glad to hear it. Anything else?
No, we're done.
Off you go, then.
Dr. Patricia.
Hello, stranger. You got anything that ails you? I'll fix you up for a fee.
What's new, Doc?
If you want rumors, then Penny's the girl for you. I like to stick to fixing people.
That song
That's what I'm good at.
Warren Smith. Because
Not now.
Very well.
Take it back.
Sorry, I'm so busy.
Meaning no offense, but I got a mountain of work to do.
Ted.
Anybody else in town would be happy to talk to you, but...
Or at least the latest news that I've heard about.
All of us should
Maybe
be
everyone else
be.
already knows.
Another.
The Brotherhood continues to do
Welcome.
stuff.
I hate this place.
They were last seen attacking Fort Strong. The fort was, I mean, as far as I know, filled with super mutants. So that's fun. I guess maybe they're gonna take over.
Enjoy your stay.
Dr. Patricia.
Movement, right?
If you're hurting,
Brotherhood and stuff,
just tell the doctor.
mutants.
Excuse me.
I
That,
hope
that
Swanson didn't
was a
give you
joke.
too hard a time at the
By the way,
gate.
I'm totally kidding.
If you ask me,
Didn't really mean
I
it.
think he takes his
And
job
Brotherhood
too
is listening.
seriously. But
I'm
welcome.
sure
Everyone
very
around
nice.
here calls me Mrs. Fitzgerald,
kill me.
but you, cutie, can
What
call
time is
me
it?
Penny.
Why, it's time for a whole lot of shaking.
Nice to meet a friendly face.
You're in luck then. Covenant is the friendliest place in the whole Commonwealth. You'll see. You here to shop? I'll make sure to give you a good price.
Probably didn't work.
Do you have time for a few questions?
For you?
Here's the song.
Certainly.
Bail me out.
Do you know anything about a missing caravan?
You've been talking to Mr. Dan. I don't know what he's carrying on about. He's just stirring the pot, if you ask me.
Definitely. He has such an attitude.
I know! He's so smug. And Dan thinks he's the one helping people. He wouldn't know the first thing about making the Commonwealth a better, safer place.
He should be thankful you let him in.
Don't get me started. Still, got a lot to do. You have a great day.
Hey, Penny.
You here to shop?
Do you have time for a few questions?
For you? Certainly.
Does Covenant have some sort of problem with synths?
Thank God we don't. None of those machines are in here.
People here are really friendly. Why's that?
Everyone that passes the test is welcome to visit. But we are particular on who can live here. And having a positive attitude is important to us.
The town looks really nice. How'd you manage that?
Oh, thank you for noticing. Well, the menfolk would say good old-fashioned elbow grease keeps Covenant as the prettiest place in the Commonwealth. But between you and me, I think shrewd trading may play a big part.
Do you know anything about a missing caravan?
Oh, you're still carrying on about that? Listen, I'm really busy, you know, but you take care now.
Jacob.
I hope you...
We don't tolerate violence or vulgarity. Steer clear of those, and we'll get along just fine.
Talia.
Do you need to use my tools?
After a long day, nothing beats Jesus lemonade.
Why does one tiny settlement need so much firepower?